do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
But feel totally at home.
I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Welcome back here to Blue Jay TV, powered by Sunrise Communications, where we have the second half of our doubleheader coming at you. It's the North Park Vikings taking on the Elmhurst Blue Jays in a men's basketball contest. Luke Stanczyk with you here on the mic. Our producer is Dennis Bergen of Sunrise, and we're going to have a good one for you here tonight. It is the 11th ranked Blue Jays. That's 11th in the country, not just the region. It's 11th ranked team in the nation, your host Elmhurst Blue Jays, take on a North Park Vikings team in a CCIW matchup. We're going to do our starting lineups here right now. First, we're going to give you North Park. It's going to be number 0, Toby Merrick, a 6'1 junior, getting a start. Also, another junior, 6'6", number 1, Matt Zuba. 2 freshmen in the lineup. The first one is number 4, Jaquan Binion, getting a start. Another freshman, number 15, Carl Polk Jr. And a junior, number 20, Isaiah Sanders. So it is Merrick, Zuba, Binion, Polk Jr., and Sanders. And now it's time for the starting lineup for your Elmhurst Blue Jays. So starting at guard, number 1, 5'11 junior, Jake Rode, getting the start. Another 5'11 junior, number 4, Nick Perry. The lone senior in the starting lineup, number 13, Derek Dotlich. 6'5 junior, number 23, Levon Thomas. And a 6'4 junior, number 24, Jay Mitello. So you have Jake Rode, Nick Perry, Derek Dotlich, Levon Thomas, or Jay Mitello. So the Blue Jays are led by number 1, Jake Rode, who, I don't know if it's Rody or Rode. Our PA guy said Rode. So, but I'm being told it's definitively Rody. So we're going to go with Rody for sure. So Jake Rody, definitely a leading candidate for CCIW Player of the Year so far, if not All-American. 20.7 points per game to lead the league. He's also shooting 50% from the floor and 45% from downtown. He's had double-digit points in every game. And you see number 1 on your screen for Elmhurst. He's a product of Mount Carmel High School. So he is the guy to watch for Elmhurst and for North Park. They are led by number 0, Toby Merrick, junior, averaging 11.4 points a game to lead the Vikings. And you got a 2-11 Viking squad taking on a 12-1 Elmhurst squad. So Blue Jays probably considered somewhat of a heavy favorite in this contest, but you never know in the CCIW. It's such a tough conference, one of the best in the country. So you got to become ready to play every single game, and I'm sure Elmhurst knows that going into this one. Blue Jays with the opening tap, it's Rody. Rody going to set things up. Blue Jays in their all-whites heading right to left on your screen. North Park in their all-blacks heading right to left. Down low, it's Thomas. Layup is up and good. Nice shot right there by Levon Thomas. Thomas, the big force inside for the Blue Jays, while Rody's the main guy on the interior. As now North Park with it. Here's Merrick. Merrick. 3-point shot by Binion. That one missed. Rebound Thomas. Blue Jays come up the floor quickly here with Perry. Perry tries to dribble through Binion, and he gets called for the charge. Nice job right there by Jaquan Binion. He's got a brother on this team, Darian Binion, who you'll see come off the bench for North Park. But that was Jaquan, one of the starting lineup, who picks up the charge, and the foul's going to be called on Perry. Here come the Vikings now. Sanders with it. Sanders drives on in, gets guys up in the air, now passes it out. 2-point shot for Polk is missed. Rebound going to go to the Blue Jays. And here they come with Metello. Metello drives all the way in, now backs out. Now he tries to spin back around to Thomas, gets his man up in the air, drives on inside. Basket is up, missed. Rebound by Polk. Here come the Vikings, but eyeing up the floor quickly. Shot fake by Sanders, step back jumper, that's good. Isaiah Sanders makes it 2-2. You know, we got 2 20-minute halves in men's college basketball compared to the women's where it's 4 10-minute quarters. 3-point shot for Perry. That's good from downtown. Good assist from Jay Metello. Nice little inside-outside action right there for the Blue Jays. Benign gets it stolen away by Rhodey. Lob pass up the court to Thomas. Thomas fouled. Oh, no call, actually. Let's say it goes off of him out of bounds. Wow, I thought Polk might have got his arm in on that one. Take a look at the replay. And it looks like he tried to reach on in there. No foul called. And Thomas is coming up limping after that one. So he ran kind of hard into the wall there. It's going to be Jonathan Zapinski who checks in for him, but definitely cause for concern for the Blue Jays if Thomas is banged up. Keep an eye on him. Vikings with it now. Benayan. Benayan drives on Rhodey, now has to back away. Now Sanders, shot fake, drives, and they're going to call a push foul on Dotlich. It looked like Sanders was starting to lose control of the basketball there. Lucky for him, he did get the push foul called. The 2 quick fouls called on Elmhurst here to start the game off. Here's Merrick. Now he shoots it. That's good. Toby Merrick, their leading scorer, gets his first 2 of the game. Perry. Now Rhodey. Rhodey for 3. That's good. Perry to Rhodey. Rhodey from downtown for the first time today, and I would guess it's probably not his last. Sanders for 3. Trying to answer back. That's missed. Rebound Rhodey, and here he comes. Rhodey to Perry. Now they swing it back around to Rhodey. Rhodey will pull it from here. Goes inside. Zapinski throws it up the court. I think was looking for Perry there, but Rhodey's there. 10 on the shot clock. Rhodey crosses up his guy, drives on in. Tough fadeaways missed. Rebound to Zuba. Here come the Vikings. Rhodey picks up the foul. He was trying to avoid it as Benayan. You can tell Jaquan Benayan's been all over the place already today for the Vikings. Definitely a ball of energy for them. I think he's somebody you got to keep an eye on. He's averaging just a shade over 9 points a game on the season to go along with just under 3 assists. One of 2 freshmen in the starting lineup to go along with Polk. Blue Jays up 8-4 here in the early going. Shot blocked. Almost blocked again, but Polk not giving up. Shot is good. And here come the Blue Jays quickly with Rhodey. Rhodey throws it back to Perry. Perry pull-up jumper. In and out. Rebound Vikings. Here comes Merrick. Merrick drives on and spin move. Shot blocked by Zapinski. Second block already by Zapinski. None more impressive than that. Take a look at the replay. Comes right over there with the left hand. Says, get that out of here. North Park basketball down low, but they're the emphatic block by the South Lake, Texas product. Go down low to Polk. Polk faces up, shoots a jumper. That's an air ball. Rebounded by the Blue Jays. Here they come up the court. 2-point shot is up. That's missed. Tip in almost goes. That's Wesley Hooker who just checked in to tip that one. Rebound goes to the Vikings. Benayan. Now Zuba. Merrick, shot fake, now drives out to the corner. 3-point shot is up. Missed. Rebound by Hooker. That was Darian Benayan who just checked in on the shot. Hooker drives all the way. Layup is missed. Rebound Zuba again. They go all the way up the court to Polk. Benayan finds Polk. Goes up, layup is up, and rolls around. Gets his own rebound, goes out of bounds almost, and then the Blue Jays corral it. I thought Polk had that one, but bounced away from him. Now Rhodey on in. Rhodey, no-look pass. Layup is good. Wesley Hooker working the baseline with a pretty no-look pass right here. Dumps it right off to Hooker down low. 10-6, Elmhurst on top. Zuba is swinging around here to Benayan. Benayan wanted to shoot that. Now steps to his right. That one missed. Rebound Elmhurst go all the way up the floor. Rhodey all the way wide open down court. Layup good. Nice outlet pass right there from Derek Dotlich. Forces a quick timeout from North Park. Take a look at the replay. Rhodey just sprinted the other way as soon as you saw Dotlich got the rebound. Got all the way behind the defense for a nice, easy layup. The 12-6 Blue Jay lead here at our first timeout. It's going to be a full timeout for North Park. The only other CCIW game going on is of a lot of importance to really both of these teams, but mainly Elmhurst. Elmhurst 3-1 in conference play. And the other team in action tonight is the team they are trailing in conference, North Central, who is 4-1 in conference play, and they are hosting Carroll. Right now it's really early in that one. Carroll up 6-5, just about 7 minutes gone by in that game, but it's really looking like North Central and Elmhurst at the top of the league right now. Elmhurst ranked 11th in the country, North Central ranked 18th, and the lone loss of the season for the Blue Jays was to those Cardinals. That was right here in Elmhurst back on December 14th. So they're going to get another crack at them later in the schedule, but really for the Blue Jays, they need to win and they need to keep pace with the Cardinals, and also Wheaton's 3-1 as well. But that game is of a very much importance to the Blue Jays, so we'll keep an eye on that one for you as we move along. There also was a lot of action in the Division III top 25 and a couple of upsets in there that we'll tell you about later on in the broadcast. Well, back in play now, 12-6. Elmhurst on top. Here's Merrick. Merrick drives on in. Now North Park going to settle back out on the perimeter. Benayan gives it to his brother, Jaquan. Jaquan Benayan goes down low. Layup is up and missed. Rebound Elmhurst. That was number 21, Adam Bula, who just checked in. Tough layup up and good. Nice play. Jay Mettello on the lay-in. Take a look at the replay. Mettello taking it coast to coast. Goes right past Benayan and Zuba for the layup. You can see the overall team speed of Elmhurst on full display here. It's the first team foul called on North Park as free throws missed. Rebound goes to Bulwa. Here come the Vikings with Jaquan Benayan. Drive, slips, and falls. Call for the travel, and Benayan's down. It looks like he rolled an ankle. He is down. You can see his right foot kind of pointed outward there. As hopefully he's going to be okay. As I'm going to send the training staff to check on him. Again, it looked like he drove it. He had his man beat. He just kind of lost his footing. No, kind of a scary moment there for him. Is hopefully he's going to be all right. So we've had 2 injuries early on in this game. We have Jaquan Benayan take a fall, and also looked like Levon Thomas for the Blue Jays, I should say. Tweaked an ankle earlier on, but he's back on the bench. Is Levon Thomas? Looks like he's okay. May see him pretty soon. Benayan still being attended to here. So we'll take a look at what's going on in Division III today, and we had an upset in Milwaukee. I believe the 24th ranked, or 21st ranked, I should say, Benedictine Eagles lost to Wisconsin Lutheran in Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference play as Benayan is up and walking off the floor under his own power, so that's great to see. But Benedictine, one of the top 25 teams in Division III, upset. Of course, that makes me a little sad. That's my alma mater, but something to watch for as top 25 gets shaken up a little bit. Also had a couple of heavy-hitting top 25 matchups between a couple of top 10 teams, which we'll tell you about next at ball. Well, 14-6 our score, Elmhurst on top. Thomas getting set to check back in for the Blue Jays. They go down low to Zapinski, layup good. Nice find by Hooker. Nice little give-and-go game right there. Oh, Elmhurst up 10 early on, 16-6. Zuba. Get it to number 14. This is Nick Ramirez who just checked in. Now, Ramirez again for three. That one's heavy. Rebound, corralled by Metello. All the way up the court to Hooker. Nice catch. Lobs it up to Zapinski. Wasn't expecting it, though. Rolls out of bounds. Well, that would have been a fancy play right there if the Blue Jays were able to pull that one off. Checking him back in for the Blue Jays is going to be Dolich and Thomas as Rhodey and Zapinski going to take a breather. Also on the court for the Blue Jays is number 10, Dom Genko. Checked in at the last dead ball. Nick Ramirez has a pass stolen by Hooker. Hooker drives on in. Hooker foul on the way up. And he's going to go to the line as he took a hard fall as well, and now he's down. So you can see right there, it looks like he hit the back of his head on the hardwood. He's now up and walking, so that's good to see. It looks like he's also hold on to his wrist. Oh, it's been a hectic game so far in terms of potential injuries. But it looks like Hooker's going to be okay. And looks like they're going to call this a flagrant one. As Hooker took a fall and everyone's retreating back to center court, so it is a flagrant foul. Hooker going to go in line for 2 free throws here. Misses the first. That was Nick Ramirez committed that. I don't think there was any ill intent on that one, but ended up being just a little too hard of a foul. Second free throw. That one's heavy as well, so no points off that, but they will get the ball, will the Blue Jays. And 7 minutes gone by here in half number one. It is 16-6 in favor of Elmhurst College. And I think they were just making sure that the foul was calling the correct player there. Now we'll inbound. Lobs it up to Thomas. Thomas, hand off to Hooker. Now Genko with it up top. Shot clock at 12. Metello on 8. Dolich for 3. Misses everything. Rebound by Hooker, though. 4 on the shot clock. Finds Thomas. 2 on the shot clock. Cutting. Ball up in the air. It's going to be a shot clock violation. North Park thought they had a chance at a fast break there, but I think that was the right call. There was. Shot clock went out. Ramirez, one of the many freshmen that play heavy minutes on this North Park team. Loses the ball, but it's going to stay with the Vikings. Got both Benayans a freshman, Polk's a freshman, and Ramirez is a freshman. You got Bulwad's a freshman, and number 3, Jalen Wilmington, who we haven't seen yet. but who has played minutes for this team as a freshman. So that's a lot of guys on this roster that don't have a ton of experience. They're flanked by a couple of juniors, but this is mainly a freshman-led squad here for the Vikings. Merrick with it. Merrick looking, now finds Benayan. Benayan drives, fadeaway jumper, miss, rebound Thomas. Now Hooker with it. Hooker, a talented freshman in his own right for the Blue Jays, drives in. That one's good. Oh, Thomas wanted the tip in. Didn't matter because the basket went in anyway. See, look at the layup. Look at Thomas flying in out of control here. Would have tipped that in over somebody. The 18-6 Blue Jay lead. Rhodey and Zapinski getting set to check in at the table here for the Blue Jays. Ball lobbed up. Ball almost goes out of bounds. It's saved by Sanders. Sanders drives on in. Kicks out to Benayan, who comes in. Layup is going to be called a goaltend on Levon Thomas. And you can see he caught that just at the top of its apex as it was coming down. So I'll take a look at the replay here on the goaltend. Yeah, you could see toward the end there that it was definitely, thought that was the right call. Well, 18-8 our score now as North Park puts on a little bit of a press here as Rhodey checks back in. And we get an offensive foul. That is Darian Benayan takes the charge as Dotlich just kind of ran him over there. He doesn't like the call, but going to argue with that a little bit. And Dotlich going to come out of the game for a minute as Perry going to check in. That's Dotlich's second foul. And Dotlich still not happy about it. Dotlich, he's only one with 2 fouls in the entire contest so far. That's Benayan for 2. That one's missed. Rebound Thomas scoops that one out of the air. Here's Perry up the court. Perry puts a move on his man. Foul from behind. Think they're going to get Zuba for this one. Actually, they're going to call this on Merrick. That's his first foul. So Nick Perry, he has started all 13 games this season for the Blue Jays. He's averaging just 3 points a game, but somebody who Coach John Baines really relies on night in and night out as he makes the first free throw. Perry, a junior out of Hinsdale South High School. He's actually from Flossmoor, Illinois, but Hinsdale South High School product. Free throw is up, so he makes them both. So Perry has already surpassed his season average in points per game. He's got 4 so far. 20-8 our score. About halfway through the first half, just about a minute off. Merrick looking to drive on in, tries to get past Sapinski and does. Nice play by Toby Merrick. Perry up the floor quickly. Here's Thomas. Thomas, Euro step through the lane, blocked. Trying to save that for going out of bounds is Sanders and cannot. Levon Thomas, a junior for the Blue Jays. He's a big man, but he's very nimble down there in the post. Rhodey to inbound. Rhodey drives on in. Looks for the back cut. Layup is up and missed. Rebound by Polk. That was a good back cut right there by Zapinski. Ball in the corner to Sanders. Sanders now has it stolen by Thomas on the pass. Rhodey lobs it up the court. Hooker taps it to Perry. Perry layup is missed. Hooker tries to get the rebound, goes off of him out of bounds. My gosh, what a play right there almost. That could have been some high-flying acrobatics right there. Rhodey to Thomas. Thomas hands it off to Rhodey. Now Rhodey trying to find some space. Thomas for three. That one's heavy. While being fought for, Hooker ends up with it. Now gives it back to Thomas in the paint. Layup good. Little 10-foot floater right there by Thomas. I'd say Hooker's been all over the place since she's checked into the contest. Hooker now 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. It's all just in 6 minutes of action. 22-10 Blue Jays. Benayan for three. That one's missed. Rebound Thomas. And great to see Jaquan Benayan back out on the court after he left with an apparent ankle injury. Perry. Hooker. Slam dunk. Malik Hooker. Once again. And he has been everywhere so far off the bench for Elmhurst. 24-10. Benayan stops. And they're going to call him for the travel. And we're going to have, looks like we had might be a double technical called. That's what they are. We're going to call a double technical foul. That's going to be on Jaquan Benayan and Wesley Hooker. It looks like they kind of ripped the ball away from each other after that dead ball. So double tech call. There's going to be no free throws taken because of that, but technical fouls go on the books for both players. This game's had a little bit of everything so far. We've had a couple of injury concerns, flagrant foul, double technical, some dunks. We've had everything. 24-10 Elmhurst. Thomas. They swing it around here, Perry. Perry to Hooker. Now Perry. Rhodey has been pretty quiet here in the first half. Shot clock to 5. Gets inside Zapinski. Perry for 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. There we go. Perry, leading scorer for Elmhurst so far. 8 points so far in this one. Everyone chipping in for the Blue Jays here today. Get it inside. Oh, ball stolen. Oh, then Elmhurst can't get it. Polk lays it in. That ended up in the hands of Merrick for the Vikings. Looked like Elmhurst was ready to run a 5-0 break there as Hooker, quick 3 missed. Thomas going to get called for the push. Polk draws the foul as Thomas gets the push off there. It's going to be his first. So number 3, another freshman, Jalen Wilmington, checks in for the Vikings. He's out of Westmont High School. $15-point lead here for the Blue Jays in the early going. Dotlich getting set to check in for Elmhurst with those 2 fouls, as is Metello. Richardson drives in and he travels. A lot of turnovers so far here for North Park, it seems like. It's the 6th of the game for the Vikings. So shooting percentage, North Park shooting just 30% so far compared to 50 for the Blue Jays. Swinging around, Rhodey, wide open for 3. That's missed. Rebound, Zuba. Now here come the Vikings with Merrick. They're looking for Polk. They do get it to him now. Polk goes to work, faces up. Picks up his dribble, looking for a cutter. Cannot find one. Puts up the shot. That's missed. Rebound, Richardson. He goes up. Can't get that to go. Polk there. Get the 3rd chance to go. Carl Polk Jr. the lay-in. Perry walks it up the court. Rhodey. Perry wants a timeout and gets it. So 7:12 left to go here in the first. 27-14 our score. Elmhurst leads. Let's take a look at, we mentioned some big-time D3 matchups today. You had number 14 Babson traveling on the road to take on number 23 WPI. Babson wins that one 93-81. You also had a couple of top 10 teams competing against each other. St. John's traveled to St. Thomas in a MIAC contest, and St. John's was ranked 7th. St. Thomas was ranked 5th, but the visiting St. John's won that one 87-70. A big win there. Also an upset. Amherst loses at home. Number 15 Amherst loses at home to Williams, 72-69. So a very interesting day for the top 25 in D3 college basketball. Another one right now, you got UChicago is up on Wash U, who's ranked 13th in the country, 65-64 with under a minute left. So keep an eye on that one as well. Here out of the timeout, three-point shot. Dolich misses, rebound Richardson. Or Wilmington, I should say. Now here's Zuba. They're swinging around here to Sanders. Sanders drives on in. Tough shot. It's blocked by Thomas. Gets his own rebound. And then, almost going behind the bat there was Metello. Now they got a 4-on-1. They drive in. That one's blocked. Oh, my goodness. Levon Thomas. Wilmington had a chance here. He had a couple of teammates open, tried to go up over Thomas himself. That proved to not be a very wise decision as Levon Thomas said, not in my house. We've had a couple of highlight reel blocks. We had the Sapinski one earlier for Elmhurst. That's knocking down to 3 there is Sanders. 27-17 here as North Park has cut the deficit and travel is called on Dolich. So pretty quietly here, a 7-0 run by the Vikings as they try to get themselves back into this ball game. Quick timeout by Elmhurst. So, and they don't like how the last few minutes have gone despite that block. Be a 30-second timeout for the Blue Jays. And Wash U has pulled off the win, scoring in the final possessions to win 66-65 over Chicago. So they number 13 team in the nation does hang on. We'll take a look at any other big matchups in the top 25 to keep an eye on things. North Central up on top of Carroll 28-21. And then an important game for the Blue Jays to watch. Sonoma Park with it here after the quick timeout. That one stolen by Perry. Perry, three-point shot to Dolich. That is good. Nice play by Nick Perry. Gets the steal, gets the find, and Dolich knocks it down. 30-17. That snapped the 7-0 run for the Vikings at that three-point basket. Zuba, tough three. That one is good. Wow, what a shot. Good defense by Metello on the play. Didn't matter. Prospect product hits the three. Perry. Dolich deep three. That one's good. 2 possessions in a row. Perry finds Dolich from downtown. Perry defending Merrick here. Now Polk, the way away from the basket. Now here's Benayan. Now Sanders, who had Zub open, didn't see him. Now here's Benayan again. Tries to spin, gets Rorty up in the air. Now out to Sanders. Sanders left, passes it back to Polk. Layup good. Wow, what a play by Isaiah Sanders. Take a look at this beautiful pass right here. Goes behind the back, literally, to find Polk behind him. And that was a wise pass because Thomas was ready to block that shot if he went up with it. North Park making some nice plays here. Another timeout. Timeouts galore here the last few minutes. After that dead ball, looks like Dom Genko is going to come back in to get Nick Perry. And 33-22 our score. Blue Jays up 11. Luke Stanzik with here on the call today. We got on the controls Dennis Bergen. Again, shout out to our stats crew down at the table, Tim Calderwood and CJ Galante. The live stats feed you see on the screen as well, if you like to follow this along with the live stats, that's provided by two men down at the table who do a great job. And I have done statistics for many college basketball games, and I tell you what, it is not an easy job. Game goes so fast, and you keep them for both teams, so it's a tough job, but Tim, a seasoned veteran at it, I know he handles it very well. Actually, our SID here at Elmhurst, Kevin Jude, Tim Calderwood was one of his student proteges back in the day. So everybody paying it forward here today as I actually learned the tricks of the trade from Tim. So it's kind of, I guess I'm part of the Kevin Jude tree of sports information. So it looks like it's going to be Dotlich, Rhodey, Genko, Thomas, and Metelo on the court for the Blue Jays. And for the Vikings, we got Benayan, Merrick, Polk, Sanders, and Zuba out of the timeout. Here's Elmhurst. They drive. Rhodey. Now Genko, shot fake, gets his man up in the air, and he draws a foul. It's going to be Sanders. Call for the whistle. Sanders went way up in the air. Take a look at this replay. Genko, if he would have pulled that, would have drawn the foul, but could have drawn the shooting foul, I should say, but Elmhurst ball nonetheless. 20 seconds back on the shot clock. Oh, Rhodey here. 11 on the shot clock. Rhodey. Three-point shot. That one's short. Rebounded by North Park. They run it up quickly here with Merrick. Up to Polk. Polk to Benayan. Benayan layup. Draws the foul. Misses the shot. So he'll go to the line for two. That's going to be on Rhodey. Rhodey picks that one up. That is, I believe, his second personal. Rhodey just 5 points, only taking 4 shots. And he came into this game averaging just a shade under 21 to lead the league. But he hasn't had a score so far today as Darian Benayan makes a free throw. Both Benayan brothers out of Kankakee, Illinois, Kankakee High School. The one at the line now, Darian had 10 points off the bench in their loss at Milliken back on Wednesday. And all the way in, Genko layup good. He crossed up Benayan and just took it all the way to the rim for the lay-in. Oh, 35-24 as the Elmhurst crowd gets into it a little bit now. Benayan trying to drive on in. Polk trying to work on Thomas, passes it out. Shot clock down to 8. Here comes Sanders. Pass goes out of bounds. He was looking for Polk, couldn't find him. And it's going to be Elmhurst ball. We're at 3:45 left to go here in half number one. Genko. Now Metelo. Rhodey drives on inside. Now kicks it out to Genko. Genko tries to spin. Genko to Thomas. Thomas long two. That's good. Levon Thomas make that 6 points for him on the day. Lead back up to 13 now for the Blue Jays as Perry's at the table. Trying to enter it into Polk. Can't find him, can the Vikings. And now here's Merrick. Merrick drives on in. Now comes back out to Zuba. 9 on the shot clock. Now Benayan drives on Rhodey. Tough layup is up and missed. And we got a foul going the other way. Loose ball foul going to be called on, I believe, Polk. That's his first as Perry's going to come check in for Rhodey. 37-24. Still our score as number 10, Lawrence Pointer. First time we're going to see him today for the Vikings. He's a junior out of Homewood Flossmoor High School. Genko now. There's Metello. Back to Genko. Genko tries to drive on in. He's backed out. Gives it to Metello again. Fadeaway shot in the paint is missed. Rebound by Zuba. And now North Park up the court quickly. Gives it to Sanders. Now extra pass. Zuba shot fake. Step back jumper for three. Missed. Rebound Perry. Perry picks up his dribble, and we got a foul on somebody. I think they're going to get it on Pointer here. And that's going to send the Blue Jays to the line for the 1-and-1 as both teams with 17 fouls in the 1-and-1 bonus. Nick Perry going to the line again. He's got 8 points. Perry with that free throw now. It's a season high in points for the year. We're still in the first half. It's actually a career high. This is the junior's career high before that, I believe, was 8. Missed that one. Rebound up and fouled. Actually, his career's 13 points. Is looking at the wrong year there. But anyway, on the offensive rebound there was Metello. And we're going to have a timeout after that. So 38-24 our score here. 2:11 left to go in half number 1. So we got an update on the NFL playoffs for you. If you're recording the game, shield your ears. Got the 49ers up on the Vikings 14-10 at half. So Vikings hasn't been a good late afternoon for Vikings fans so far in Chicago or in Minnesota. It was a good early afternoon if you were a North Park Vikings women's basketball fan, as they were able to edge the Blue Jays 80-75 in a close one. We can go back and relive some key players from that game for Elmhurst. Queen John, 26-10 for them. Kelly Wayward, 17 points, 2 steals, 5 assists, and 2 charges taken in that game. As the Blue Jays trying to even up the doubleheader here with North Park on the men's side. First free throw by Metello is good. So Perry the leader with 9 for the Blue Jays. They also got 6 apiece from Dolich, Thomas, and Hooker. Hooker, who took a bit of a breather, is now back on the court. Second free throw's up and good. 16-point lead, largest of the game for the Blue Jays has been 17, so just a point off of that. As they do a bit of a 3-man weave up top there. Now American's up with it. Now Pointer. Layup is up. That's missed. Rebound being fought for. Pointer gets it. Layup is up and good. 40-26 our score now. Pointer with his first 2 points of the day. Now Metello drives on in. Layup is up and good. Jay Metello. So he's gotten a couple of baskets in a row here. He's got 6 points now. Closing in on halftime. Zuba looks down low to Sanders. He's in the paint, but he's against a taller Hooker here, so he passes it out to Pointer, who shoots a deep 3, and it's good. Wow. Sanders to Pointer. Pointer's got 5 quick points here for the North Park Vikings. Leads back down to 13 here for Elmhurst. Inside of a minute now. Genko, tough shot, right hand missed. Thomas fights for the rebound and falls into Merrick's hand. A port to Polk. Polk layup is good. Hooker tried to get the block from behind, didn't get it. And North Park's cut this down to 11. So we got a 6-second difference between game and shot here. And with Elmhurst going to try to probably run this down as far as they can. Oh, no, here's the three. That one's missed. Rebound by North Park. They got a chance to cut this to single digits here. Shot clock is off. O'Merrick with it. 8 seconds. I got to hurry here. Down to 6, down to 5. 3, down to 2. Deep three by Merrick. That's good. Merrick just sized up Perry. Hits a 3. And we head into halftime with North Park on a bit of a run. 42-34 halftime score. We're going to step aside for a while. When we come back, run through some stats really quick and get the second half going. So once again, 42-34 Elmhurst, our halftime score.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
But feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Scotty Williams takes his place in the Hall of Fame as the most decorated football player in Elmhurst College history. From 2009 to 2012, Williams rewrote the Elmhurst record book, cementing his place as one of Elmhurst's all-time greats. A four-time All-Conference selection, Williams earned first-team All-Conference honors for 3 straight years from 2010 to 2012. He set a single-season rushing record in 2010, only to break it in 2011. During his senior year in 2012, Williams torched his own record again, rushing for 2,046 yards and 22 touchdowns while leading the Blue Jays to the NCAA playoffs for the first time in school history. Named the CCIW's Offensive Player of the Year in 2012, Williams finished his career with 5,203 yards and 50 rushing touchdowns, breaking the previous rushing record by more than 1,600 yards. Tim Lester, now the head coach at Western Michigan University, was the Blue Jays head coach for all of Williams' time at Elmhurst. Lester knew he had someone special in Williams.
Scotty was a special running back talent-wise. I mean, low center of gravity, great feet, great drive, great ball security. But his ability to keep his balance. I mean, there were times that he would disappear behind his O-line, which was huge. And he wouldn't go down. For a little guy, he ran like a big back, and it was fun to watch.
Chris Kirkpatrick was an all-conference and all-regions center for the Blue Jays during the Williams era, and he knows how important Scotty was to the success of the team.
Scotty would tell you that he was a cog in the machine, and that goes back to his humble attitude towards things. Scotty was so important to our success. As we became juniors, seniors, Scotty was no longer just the stud player that was quiet and worked hard. He became vocal. Not many people know that. He was the voice in the huddle. And that voice coming from the best player and arguably best person on the team, that led us through some of those tough games.
Elmhurst College's Director of Sports Information, Kevin Juday, covered Williams from the press box. He witnessed firsthand just how hard he was to stop.
No matter how hard an opponent tried to key on Scotty to slow him down, it just was really too difficult for them to stop him. There was a game against Illinois Wesleyan on a 4th and 1 just inside the Illinois Wesleyan 40-yard line, and Elmhurst decided to go for it. Everyone in the stadium knew that Scotty Williams was going to get that ball, and Illinois Wesleyan stacked 11 guys in front, goal line defense, and Scotty just blew right past everybody, broke a tackle, was off to the races, and Elmhurst was off to the playoffs.
Lester remembers the same play as well, but for a different reason, as the play elicited some rarely seen emotion from Williams.
got in the end zone. He did one of these, which was hilarious because I've never seen him show any emotion when he scores. And normally the line showed the emotion. He just ran over and hugged all the big boys. But when he showed a little bit of swagger for the first time in his 4 years there, it made me laugh, made me smile, made me think that he was having a ton of fun at that moment to get the ball in the biggest moment to accomplish our goal. And he popped one and then, had a little fun in the end zone, which I'll never forget.
Williams' success in 2012 culminated in him taking home All-America honors and becoming the first Elmhurst player to win the Ghilardi Trophy, an award honoring the top player in Division III football.
To win the Ghilardi Trophy, you have to be a great player, a great student athlete, and a great human being on top of it. And Scotty Williams checked every single one of those boxes. Everyone knew about what he was doing on the field that year, but he was also an academic All-American, and he was also actively involved in Habitat for Humanity and several other service groups. And he was one of the most humble student athletes I've ever met in my time at Elmhurst.
As humble as Williams was, Kirkpatrick also remembers Scotty joking around with his teammates.
Our senior year against Milliken, which was kind of a fabled game for us as we had to go into overtime and overtime again, and Scotty broke loose for a 99-yard touchdown run. We had given him a lot of grief over the years, including Coach Lester, about getting what we called hawked in the open field, caught in the open field, and he wasn't letting himself get caught that day. And after he scored that touchdown, as humble as he is, he was letting us know that he didn't get caught from behind.
Williams holds several titles already: record-setting running back, All-American and Ghilardi Trophy winner. But today he adds another title: Elmhurst College Blue Jay backer Hall of Famer.
Having digital media skills is going to make a student, when they graduate, more employable. Whether they were a digital media major or a biology major, they're going to have the skills that they need to be able to tell a digital story. So they will all take a course called Digital Storytelling and a course called Story Structure. It requires communication and collaboration and innovation, and these are skills that they will be able to take with them whether they continue to work on a media project, whatever field they go into, or just life itself.
Embark on a journey to a new future with an advanced degree from Elmhurst College. Whether you want to take your career to the next level or discover an entirely new direction, Elmhurst College has a graduate program for you.
12% of our population have a master's degree. We're in a period of specialized master's degrees.
The advanced degree is a time to get more specific into some areas that you're interested in.
I believe that when you're looking for a graduate degree, you have to be ready.
You need to do some exploration up front to get some idea of what's possible, what people on the outside want and are interested in, and to begin to think about how that may match with your own abilities and interests.
Spend some time thinking about what they're passionate about, what they really enjoy, and what they want to learn more about.
But it's people that may want to better themselves in their career. They might want to look to another industry or maybe even another career. But many are coming just for that personal achievement. It's something they always wanted to do.
At Elmhurst, we believe the educational journey should be student-centered. You'll notice that difference from the moment you connect with us. You'll join a network of professionals and peers who will support you throughout your studies and your career, connecting you with employers all over the Chicago area. You'll hit the ground running, tested, proven, and ready.
I think part of the reason that a person would want to go to graduate school is so that they can get launched into their professional niche. We're able to really get to know our students personally and professionally and really challenge them, push them, and support them in all the ways that graduate students need support.
And we're also in a good position to help you clarify for yourself what your goals are, what your strengths are, what the possible matches might be for when you're done, and we will work with you to do that. So that sort of personal touch, I think, is more than just a saying here. I think it's very real in the way that we relate and interact with all of our students.
And we also help with job placement. The CPE, the Center for Professional Excellence, has been good in helping with resume building, job interviews, whatever it may take.
Our program directors will support you through every step of your journey. Elmhurst faculty aren't just experts in their fields, they're dedicated to expanding your reach with fieldwork, professional connections, and real-world experiences.
We know you. I, as program director, know every single individual who's in the program. I know why they're here. I know what they're looking to do. I know their stories. I know when situations come up that might require us to be a bit flexible and adaptable.
We really have a lot of fun, and we're really good at supporting our students through this rigorous program.
The teachers are phenomenal. I can't ask for a better school to go to.
By train or by car, from city or suburbs, our campus is easily accessible. And our proximity to Chicago, a world-class metropolitan center, means lots of opportunity for consulting projects, networking, and career advancement. You'll love the flexibility of part-time and evening options that allow you to move at the pace that works for you. In fact, some programs are offered entirely online.
We're easily able to give individualized attention to our students. We can really personalize their education.
Also connect our students with our alumni, building those relationships with their peers, building those relationships with their faculty members. Those students are able to make those connections and build lasting relationships for the future.
One of the things that inspired me within Elmhurst is to take on bigger responsibilities. I'm taking a lot of experience from the things that everyone else has done and from this cohort and from Elmhurst and trying to develop this in our company. So overall, it's been a great experience.
You know, if your company now values you, just wait until after you go through the full program. There's absolutely no way I would be able to do what I'm doing now without this program.
Your journey builds on the students who came before you at Elmhurst, founded in 1871 but ready for the future. So come tour our historic Arboretum campus and check out our top-notch facilities, from our state-of-the-art nursing simulation center to our speech-language hearing clinic and our small hands-on classrooms. You'll gain the skills you need to succeed.
Graduate school is affordable, and I think more to the point is a good value.
I think it's an investment in your future and an investment in a field that you are passionate about and want to pursue.
We know that going to college is a huge investment. You put your trust and time in Elmhurst College, and we do the same. You invest in us, and we invest in you.
I'd love to tell students not to look back. You want to always look forward, and they tend to gain momentum as they get into the program. At the end, it's just a wonderful thing when you're handed that diploma and you're able to celebrate with all your friends and family.
Pursue your graduate work at Elmhurst College and take that life-changing journey to your successful future.
I would say the typical student, however, might be someone who says that they like GIS, maybe they've had a taste of it somewhere in a previous class. We have geography majors, political science majors. They might have specialized in environmental studies or biology. We even have people in economics and healthcare, military people. In the military currently, the people can come in almost with any kind of a background because it's going to be applicable in understanding the spatial distribution of whatever it is that they're looking at. The software that we use for the most part of our program is Esri's ARC Suite, I want to call it. And so a lot of programs that are done in ArcMap and ArcPro connect into a cloud platform in ArcGIS Online. So we incorporate all three of those. A lot of students enjoy programming. And so they'll enjoy like the Python and the geodatabases course. And that's maybe the job that they're going to be doing, maybe even writing algorithms. Other students really like the cartographic aspect. They like making maps. And so once that data is collected and put into the GIS system for analysis, they're the ones that get to manipulate the colors and the lines and the shapes, and sometimes even produce maps that'll be printed or put in web settings. Once you become more proficient in GIS, there's actually different jobs and different opportunities. Someone who really tends to like the satellite imagery or LiDAR, they might be more interested in focusing on remote sensing. Other people really they're much more into the GIS, where they can download data, you can get real-time data. Those people tend to become GIS technicians or analysts. We have people who really like to be out in the field, and so they might be more into the data collection. It's one thing to go into the program thinking I want to be a GIS analyst, but it's another thing to keep your mind open that there really are a lot of possibilities.
Here we are back for half number 2. Elmhurst leads North Park 42-34. Elmhurst looking to improve on their 12-1 overall record, 3-1 record in conference play. As North Park with the ball to start the second half. Once we got a dead ball here, we'll run down some of the first half numbers for you. It's Benayan in the corner out of halftime here with the ball. And they step back jumper by Polk is missed. Rebound pulled down by the Blue Jays. Now Rhodey. Quiet first half, just 5 points. 3-point shot is up, good by Dotlich. Derek Dotlich, give him 9 points for the game now. The leader for the Blue Jays at halftime with 9 was Nick Perry, who also had 4 assists. Dotlich, Thomas, Mettello, and Hooker each had 6 points apiece. And leading all scorers is Carl Polk, who has 10 for the Vikings, go along with 6 boards. And they're trying to find Polk inside, cannot. Now step back jumper is good. That is Toby Merrick with the big 3 just before halftime, knocking that one down. Now Rhodey I should say, gives it back up to Perry. Now Rhodey gets it back. Rhodey for the long 3, that is missed. Ball being fought for, ends up in the hands of Mettello. Back to Rhodey. Down low to Mettello. That one lose the handle on it, goes out of bounds. I think somebody got a piece. That might have been Polk or Zuba. Tied him up there. Already coming out of the game here is Polk. Is Polk going to come out for Boulwa? Shooting a decision there. Polk is one of the key players in the first half, and you see him talking to Coach Slider. He didn't really understand why he came out. Thomas goes in, foul on the way up. Going to put him at the line for 2 shots. That was Zuba committing that one. It's 3rd foul on Zuba. He's the only player in the game with 3 fouls. Now Levon Thomas misses the first. Thomas, a junior out of Wheaton North High School, although he hails from Bellwood, Illinois. And top 5 in the conference in field goal percentage and rebounding. And you can see why he is definitely a force down there to pay. Misses both free throws here, though, and Zuba gets the rebound. Now Benayan up the court quickly. Benayan. Shot up for 2 is good. Isaiah Sanders knocks it down. Oh, 7-point game now. Thomas, face up. Shot is good. Levon Thomas. 47-38 here is Thomas now with 8 points. Benayan crosses his man up, now kicks it out to Sanders. That's Benayan for the long two. That one in and out, rebound Metello. Metello looking now Perry. Perry hands it off to Rode. Rode back to Perry. They're going to go to Thomas in the post. Thomas now faces up. Three-point shot is up and good. Fourth three-pointer of the game for Derek Dotlich, and North Park wants a timeout. Dotlich, the lone senior in the starting lineup, on fire here to start the second half. He scored on both of his shots. So back at halftime, some of the numbers we had, Elmhurst was shooting 48.5% from the field compared to 40 for North Park. Free throw shooting also in favor of Elmhurst. They've attempted 9 compared to just 2 for North Park, although Elmhurst was 5 of 9 on those. And since the 2 misses by Thomas, they're now 5 of 11 for the game, so it's an area of improvement there. The largest lead of the game was 17 for Elmhurst back with 8:52 left to go in the first quarter, but since then, North Park, you've seen them trim the lead, got down to as low as 7, and that was thanks to a 8-0 run at the end of the first half by the Vikings to trim the lead down. Also, North Park away, they've been able to stay in this one at second chance points. They've corralled 6 offensive rebounds, which has been big for them as well. Rebounding was even at 20 apiece at halftime. And thanks for tuning in with us here on Blue Jay TV, powered by Sunrise Communications. Luke Stanzik on our call. Our producer, Dennis Bergen. Both very happy to have you aboard here for this contest. And if you tune in for the women's one as well, we'll give you a double thank you. So Jaquan Benayan going to bring this one up the court here for North Park out of the timeout. Jaquan Benayan came into this game averaging 9 points a game. He's yet to score. Now Merrick tries to drive. Jaquan Benayan now wanted to shoot that one, does not. Kicks it out here to Sanders for 3. Thought about it, shot it, it was good. Sanders now with 10 points for the Vikings. 50-41. Rhodey. Now Thomas back to Rhodey. Rhodey takes a look, doesn't shoot it, and he's fouled by Boa. Trying to drive baseline. And got to give the Vikings credit on how they've been able to silence Rhodey today. He's only taken 3 3-point attempts, which is pretty low for him. He averages about 8. Thomas, fade away, good. Levon Thomas off the pass on the inbound from Rhodey. Now has him in double digits. He's got 10. You look at that replay. Pretty shot right there and a pretty pass. 52-41. Here's Sanders, who almost slipped on the floor there. Now Benayan looking for somebody. Now gives it to Merrick. Now Zuba gets it inside. Working down low, and stepping out of bounds is Bulwa. So good defense right there by Levon Thomas. Forces man out. So you saw Nick Perry play a lot of point in the first half. It's been pretty much Rhodey here in the second for Elmhurst. Pushing just a little bit of things up here. I think they want to get Rhodey going a little bit. Pass off the hands of Thomas out of bounds. He wanted that a little further in. Metello threw it out of his reach. Is Polk going to check back in after a breather as he gets Bulwa, who just committed the foul. And 52-41, Vikings hanging in there for now. Vikings, again, coming into this one 2-11 overall, 0-4 in conference play, so playing pretty well to be hanging around in this game. Pass to Benayan, and he steps on the line out of bounds. So one's going to go back to the Blue Jays. Perry brings it up the court. Now here's Rhodey. Rhodey gets it back from Perry. Now drives inside. Reverse layups up good and a foul. Jake Rhodey. Boy, we got to take a look at this replay. Drives inside, up and under layup is good. But a la Derrick Rose on that one. Going to the free throw line for the and one. Free throw is up and good. Going to have Zuba come out and Darian Binion checking in. So North Park, besides Polk, going with no real height here as he came in for Zuba. Interesting to see how they go about this here defensively. Polk drives on in, tries to initiate the contact, does not, rebound to Thomas. And here come the Blue Jays. Perry slows things down, now finds Rhodey. Rhodey drives on in. Rhodey gets caught in the air. Now Perry for three. That's good. Jake Rhodey, assist number 4. Nick Perry, three-point attempt number 3. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from downtown. And Elmhurst is the lead back up to 17, and Rhodey steals it. Now caught in a corner to Perry. Perry to Thomas. Thomas step through, layup good. Timeout, North Park. Elmhurst with a blitz right there. You see the steal by Rhodey. And it looked like Binion tried to pass it backward, and then good patience right here to find Thomas. Pro hop, layup up and good. So balanced scoring continues here for the Blue Jays. 3 players with 12 points now with Perry, Thomas, and Dotlich. Largest lead of the game here for either team now as 19-point lead for the Blue Jays. Update on that North Central Carroll game. It's a close one. North Central on top of Carroll 42-40. Again, North Central a half a game ahead of the Blue Jays in the CCIW standings, and they're also ranked 18th in the country. So definitely a game to follow. And we'll continue to keep an eye on that one for you. Some other action in the top 25. Swarthmore, number 1 team in the country, continues to roll. They beat Franklin and Marshall 68-53 to move up 13-0 on the season. Wittenberg also played today and won earlier, 100-82 over Hiram. Number 3, Middlebury. Let's see if they're on the schedule today. They won a close one, 77-76 at Hamilton. Hamilton's in the other receiving votes category of the poll, so tough matchup there. Also notice that number 9, UW Platteville. In action earlier, they won 60-53 over UW Eau Claire. As now we're back in action here in Elmhurst, is Binion with it for 2. Jaquan Binion gets his first 2 points of the game. And Elmhurst comes up quickly. Perry drives on in, fouled. Call it on the floor. It's going to be Jaquan Binion. It's his first foul. 4th team foul for North Park here in half number 2. None for Elmhurst so far. Rhodey. Now Perry. Give it to Dotlich, who's got room. Dotlich for 2. That one rolls in and out. Rebound Thomas. Thomas goes back up. He's fouled by Polk. Levon Thomas going to go to the line. Shoot free throws number 3 and 4 on the day for him. First free throw up is good. A couple of subs here. Zuba checks it back in for North Park, and Hooker going to give Perry a rest for the Blue Jays. Second free throw coming. That one's good. Lead back up to 19. Here's Binion. Gets a screen from Zuba there. Now Binion backs it back out. Now Merrick, who tries to put the crossover on Hooker, but good defense. Merrick still working, and he draws the foul. Going to get Hooker on the call. It's going to be Hooker's second. And Hooker was very active in his last minutes. Played 11 minutes in the first half, had 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal in that time. Oh, Rhodey almost was able to steal that off the inbound. Here's Sanders. Sanders looks like he's about to slip every time he crosses over because of those shoes. Now here's Merrick. Tough shot up. Good, and a foul. Wow. Crafty play by the junior, Toby Merrick. And Hooker's picked up 2 fouls here on this possession. Take a look at this play right here. Up and under move. Merrick now with 11 points to lead the Vikings in that category. Going to the line for the first time today. This is just a second trip to the foul line all game for North Park. Misses the free throw, and we're going the other way. Polk call for the foul. Believe that is Polk's third. As something to note, Zuba's out on the court. He's got 4 fouls, so North Park kind of senses the game slipping here, so they're keeping Zuba on the court with the 4 fouls he has. As they cleaning crew here, gonna make sure we get all the sweat wiped up off the floor here. Blue Jays break the press seamlessly there. Now here's Rhodey. Rhodey, spin pass, 3-point field goal is good. Derek Dolich, 3 of 3 from downtown here in the second half. He's got 15 for the game. Zapinski getting set to check in here for the Blue Jays. Zuba. Now Sanders in the corner. Drives on inside. Zuba for 3. Knocks that one down. The big man showing some range. That's the second 3-point field goal of the game. Thomas gets it across. And now here's Hooker. Rhodey goes behind the back, gives it back to Hooker. Now they swing it. Dolich another 3. He checked. That one misses. Black ball out of bounds, goes off of Thomas. So Dolich misses for the first time this half. As Thomas is going to take a breather as Zapinski comes in, and Perry is going to check in for Hooker. And 65-48 here. Benayan has a drive around a couple of guys, kicks it out to Sanders in the corner, thought about it. Now back to Jaquan Binion, who drives in, draws the foul. Zapinski thought he stayed straight up, but Binion just ran right into him. Picked up the foul, going to go to the line. Look at the replay here. Look at Zapinski inside. He was inside the circle, so I think that's going to be the call there. With 2 shots. And it looked like he was pretty close to being straight up. First foul shot is up and good. And Dolich going to take a breather as Dominic Genko going to check in, who had a nice first half as well for the Blue Jays. Second free throw, that's good. Lead back down to 15. 65-50. Rhodey. Now Perry. Back to Rhodey. Rhodey traveled, yep. I think he thought about setting his feet for 3 and then decided to put it on the floor and took one too many steps with it. $65-50, 12 minutes left to go here. Here's Merrick for three. Off the screen. That one's good. Nice screen set right there by Polk. Able to free up Merrick for three. Well, North Park again. Finding a way to hang around. Rhodey. Inside, Zapinski, layup blocked by Polk. What a play. And here come the Vikings. Now three-pointer by Merrick. That one's heavy. Zapinski gets the rebound, and will the Blue Jays run with it? Here's Perry. Perry tries to drive on in, almost has that stolen, and diving is Binion, and they're going to get him for the travel. Oh, timeout. They're going with the timeout. I thought they were going to call Binion for rolling on the floor, but was able to call a timeout. I'm not sure who called that. I don't think it was Binion. Interesting sequence right there, but ends in favor of North Park, and got to be impressed with their last few minutes. They've been able to cut into this lead. They were trailing by 19. It's back down to 12. As there's been a few times today where they've really knocked at the door, but just unable to kind of break through. I think the last run they had ended at a 7-point deficit, and here they are at 12. I wonder how many more times they have a run like this left in them, and Elmhurst can put them away here soon, but you got to give the Vikings a lot of credit for how they've stuck around. Update on that North Central game, 48-43, the Cardinals on top of the Pioneers of Carroll. As Carroll continues to hang around in that game as well. Taking a look at some of the other games around the region. If I can pull up the All Scores tab here on D3Hoops.com. Over in the NACC conference, you had Concordia, Wisconsin beat Marion 68-63. MSOE beat Edgewood 65-64. Concordia, Chicago shellacked Dominican 104-64. Aurora top Rockford 87-71. And Illinois Tech top Lakeland 71-67. One of the biggest performances of the week by Max Izataki tonight on Illinois Tech, 34-17 and 5 assists. Pretty impressive day for him. As we're back in action here. Again, pretty quiet day in the CCIW, just one other men's game. That North Central Carroll game that's going on right now. North Park with it. Here's Sanders out to the corner. Binion for three. Can't get it to go. Zuba trying to track down the rebound, and it falls in the hands of Perry. Now Rhodey. Rhodey layup, blocked by Zuba, out of bounds. Good play. Rhodey tried to contort his body there a little bit to try to get around Zuba, but Zuba able to stay with it, get his hand on the ball. So Jaquan Binion going to come out of the game as Lawrence Poindrew gave them some good minutes in the first half, going to check in. And Doltlich, the shooter, coming back out there for Elmhurst, as Perry's going to take a breather. Blue Jays up 12, lob up here to Zapinski. Now Rhodey. Rhodey with a taller Zuba on him. Now Vitello to Rhodey. Rhodey. Shot clock down to 11. Rhodey for three. Heavy. Zapinski taps it out, but it goes to Merrick. Here he comes. Merrick goes out, blocked by Zapinski, but Polk's there to clean it up. Polk now with 12 points. Zapinski now with 3 blocks, and we got a 10-point game. Blue Jays break the press. Rhodey, now Genko. Now Mettello. Swinging around, Rhodey for three. And that one's good. Rhodey finds it from Doltlich. Rhodey's second three of the game. He's got 11. 68-55. This young Viking team trying to hang around for as long as they can. 3-point shot by Sanders. He's been hot from out there today, but he misses that one. They push up the court. Rhodey avoids everybody. Layup is up and good. Nice outlet pass right there by Jay Mettello. Take a look here. Nice outlet to Rhodey. Way to avoid Zuba, gets the layup. And we go to another timeout here. North Park calls a 30-second timeout. As, again, North Park got in single digits, and Elmhurst quickly gets it back up to 15. Coming up on the schedule for the Blue Jays, they got a 2-game road stint here. They're going to go to Carthage on Wednesday and then host Wheaton here on Saturday, which is sure to be a big game. Carthage receiving votes in the D3 poll along with Illinois Wesleyan and Augustana. So that'll be important. Every game for the Blue Jays is a conference game from here on out. Out of the timeout, it's Merrick. Merrick looking, tries to find Zuba, almost throws it away. Merrick got pass stolen. Metello up the court. Drop step, layup up, missed. Rebound Vikings. Here they come on the 4-on-2. They got numbers. Benayan blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Zapinski. I thought that was block number 4. But they're going to send, I believe that's Darian Benayan to the line. Take a look at the replay there. Tough to tell. Darian Benayan to the line here for 2 shots. First free throw is missed by Binion. And after a pretty long rest here, Levon Thomas is going to come back into the game, and he's going to come get Metello. So Thomas, definitely the longest stint on the bench he's had so far today. Should be pretty fresh. Second foul shot. Rolls in and out, so he misses both. Rebound to the Blue Jays. Rhodey. Thomas. Now Genko drives. Genko layup up good. Nice play by Genko. Lead back up to 17 here. Drive on in. Tough layup miss. Ball being fought for. And we got a foul going the other way. Loose ball foul on the Vikings. I believe we got a 1-and-1 scenario here now, too, and we are going to walk it down. Going to be called on Darian Binion, and not even sure who's going to go to the line here. Not sure who that was. That's going to be Thomas. A 1-and-1 bonus here for Levon Thomas. 2-4 from the foul line today. Sinks the first. Second end of the 1-and-1 here coming. And gets that one to go. So after missing the first 2 free throws he took earlier today, he's made all 4 since. 19-point lead, back up to the largest lead of the game here for Elmhurst. They've unable to crack that 20-point mark so far. Sanders. Zuba for 3 deep, but he knocks it down. So Rhodey. Now Thomas. Thomas trying to direct traffic here. Gives it to Rhodey. Rhodey now backs it out. 10 on the shot clock. Dolich, Rhodey. Rhodey 3. Rhodey, that one's missed. Rebound by Polk. Vikings up quickly now here with Pinion. Now Merrick looking at a corner. Sanders for 3. That one misses off back iron. Ball being fought for, goes out of bounds off Sapinski. That one went off at Thomas and then went off Sapinski, who's going to come out of the game now for number 24, Jay Mettello. So starters out there with the exception of Genko in for Perry right now for the Blue Jays. Now here's Polk. Now ball rolls out to Binion. Layup is up and good. Tough play. Polk, ball slipped out of his hands, but Binion was right there for the nice layup. 5-0 run for the Vikings now. Rhodey trying to get out of traffic here. Lobs it up to Thomas. Thomas fakes the pass, now goes to work. Fade away, missed. Rebound. Up and good, Mettello. And another timeout called here by, I believe, the Blue Jays. Full timeout. 76-60, our score. One more check on that North Central game, 54-50 in favor of the Cardinals. 3:09 left to go in the game, so upset alert in Naperville right now. Some team stats for us here, though. You got both teams have taken 54 shots. Elmhurst has made 52% of them. North Park's made 44%. Free throws have been a big disparity. 10 of 16 for Elmhurst, just 4 of 7 for North Park. Blue Jays have out-rebounded the Vikings 33-28 thus far today. And this lead you see right now has persisted the whole game. North Park has had the lead for exactly 0 seconds. Elmhurst had the lead 98.3% of the game, so it's been all Elmhurst pretty much all the way with the exception of a few North Park runs. And I actually was incorrect earlier. The largest lead for Elmhurst was 20 at 65-45 with 13:28 left to go in this half. It must have been pretty brief because I remember them being stuck on 19 for a while. And another thing that they have made their living on today has been points in the paint as Elmhurst 32-22 outdoing the Vikings so far in this one. So Binion with it out of the timeout. Now Polk as the Vikings drive on in. Hand off to Polk, layup up, good. Nice job by Merrick to probe on that one. Thomas tries to look, now down low to Rhodey. Rhodey almost has it stripped. Mettello tries to tap it. The Blue Jays goes out of bounds, and they're going to keep this one with the Blue Jays. I'm a little surprised about that. I thought that went off of Mettello. But it's going to be Blue Jay basketball. As Perry now checks in for Genko. Inbound to Thomas. Shot good. Nice find by Rhodey off the inbounds pass. That's his 6th assists on the day. Boy, the Blue Jays sharing the ball really well so far in this ball game. Oh, Sanders gets his man up in the air, then dishes it to Binion. That one's missed. Rebound Mettello. And that pass is stolen. Here come the Vikings again. Nice pass down low. Right up good. Zuba finds Binion. That was the 8th assist of the game for North Park. Elmhurst has 19 of those. They have 19 assists on how many made baskets? 25 made baskets, not bad. Shot up and good by Rhodey. So Rhodey, after a quiet first half, has scored 10 points here in the second half. 80-64 coming up on 5 minutes left to go. Sanders. Now Binion. Binion dumps it off. Layup up by Merrick and good. Oh, 80-66, 14-point game. Here's Perry. Merrick after that last bucket with 16 points on the day. Rhodey Thomas for 3. That one in and out. Rebound by Polk. And now here's Merrick. Merrick tries to put a move on his man and does. Scooping layup is up good and a foul. Merrick going on a little bit of a run here, and he draws a foul on Metello. Metello's first foul committed of the game. And Merrick going to go to the line here for the second end of a 1-and-1. And he's looking for something here. I'm not sure exactly. I think he might have some blood on his hand. And that's exactly it, as the training staff's going to take a look at him before he comes out for the free throw. So an 80-68 our score, 4:50 left to go here in the second half. We're going to have Merrick at the foul line, who leads the Vikings with 18 points. That's tied for the game high, as Levon Thomas also has 18 for Elmhurst. 15 apiece for Rhodey and Dotlich for the Blue Jays, and 12 for Perry. For North Park, you also have 14 points, 10 rebounds for Polk, and 10 points for Sanders. And now both teams are going to retreat to the bench here as they give Merrick a minute here to take care of what I believe to be is a cut. And now it looks like he's all right. And thanks for tuning in with us. If you wanted to come out to the game and couldn't make it out because of the winter weather, it's part of what this stream is here for. As been kind of a yucky day weather-wise around Chicagoland. If you're anything like me, even though we haven't had a ton of snow this season, I'm already ready for it to be over. So after a long delay there, Merrick going to go to the line here for two. As North Park pulls three guys all the way back. Want to make sure you don't get scored on. Merrick actually to the line for one, I should say, as he made the scooping layup before the timeout, or the stoppage in play on the cut they attended him to. And as that one's missed, rebound Thomas. So through a long ice. Free throw's no good. Perry trying to direct traffic. Now Metello to Thomas. Rhodey. Dotlich. Dotlich trying to create space. Now back to Thomas. Thomas tries to get some room. Top shot and miss. And it's going to stay with the Blue Jays off the hands of Zuba. Well, a tough look right there by Thomas. Able to get it up on the glass. And 6 seconds left on the shot clock here. I'm going to say it didn't hit rim. Thomas down to 5. Rhodey for 3. He's fouled. Fouled on the three-point attempt is Rhodey as Sanders got the contact. It's a big foul right there for North Park. As the shot there was airball, the contact came from below, came after the shot attempt. And it's going to put Rhodey at the line for 3. Rhodey makes the first. Free throw number 2 is up and good. And Rhodey is 78% free throw shooter, so pretty reliable at the line. And now the third free throw is good. So Rhodey, who after we said had the quiet first half, but he's now right around his average. He's averaging 21. He's got 18. So he's been able to awaken here in half number 2. 15-point lead for the Blue Jays. And pass, almost stolen. Metello. Now Zuba picks it up. Now Sanders. Step back, three-pointer from Pointers missed. That one rebounded by Sanders. Polk, shot good. Three-pointer from Pointers. Say that 5 times fast. I dare you. 83-70 now. Blue Jays on top. Perry Tries to go behind the back. Now sends a man forward. Now Rohde uses a screen from Thomas. He's fouled on the way in by Sanders. Sanders picks up his third foul of the day. And we're inside the 1-on-1 bonus now, so Rohde back to the line. Rohde sinks the front end as Vitello hit the deck there trying to battle for the rebound. Again, free throws, probably the biggest deciding factor so far. Is get a round of applause for our mop crew. As mop crew directing, barking out orders to Levon Thomas there. That's pretty cool. The free throw shooting. This is going to be the 21st free throw attempt for the Blue Jays compared to just 8 for North Park. So now, Pointer. Zuba. Get it inside here to... Now back outside. The Pointer for 3. That's good. 8 points off the bench here from Lawrence Pointer here tonight. 12-point game with just over 3 minutes left to play. Now here comes Vitello. Layup good. Drives around Polk. Vitello now in double figures. All 5 starters for the Blue Jays in double figures tonight. Pointer for 3 again. Pointer's good again. So here comes Rohde up quickly. Rohde now going to bring it back out. 87-76. Thomas wants the ball, gets it. Thomas now going to work. Finds a cutting Rohde, reverse layup. Oh, can't get it to go. And he's fouled on the way up. And I think this is on Zubo, which would be his 5th. Actually, they're going to call it on somebody else. They're going to call that on Pointer. It's his 4th foul. Rohde sinks the first. Binion going to come in and get Polk. Darian Binion, I should say, and got to differentiate which one's coming in. And Genko has checked into the game as Perry takes a breather. A second free throw up and missed. Rebound Pointer. 88-76, 12-point lead. Binion, Pointer for 3. He's hit 3 in a row. 3 straight possessions, 3 straight three-point field goals for Lawrence Pointer. He is keeping the Vikings in this game with his three-point shooting right now. Now Blue Jays break the press. Now Rohde for 3. Big answer right there from Jake Rohde. Nice find by Dom Genko. Get the lead back to double digits. Now Binion drives on in. That one missed. Rebound Thomas. Angry rebound right there from him. Emphatically brings that one down. And now Elmhurst content to run as much clock as they please here. 1:49 left to go. 11-point lead in favor of the Blue Jays. Rohde. Thomas. They swing it around. Oh, skip the open pass there. Get it back to the hands of the point guard. 7 on the clock. They go to Thomas. Thomas, good back cut by Doltlich. What a play right there. Nice find by Thomas. Long 2. That one's good. And Blue Jays with it again. Doltlich. What do we have? We have either a timeout or a foul. I'm going to call a foul on North Park, it looks like. That's going to send Doltlich to the line. Second foul on number 2, Darian Binion. So Dolitch to the free throw line again, but a very good game for him. He's got 17. First free throw is up and good. Rhodey, so far, 19 second half points, 24 for the game to lead all scorers. As Elmhurst going to bring everybody back, and barring any unforeseen collapse here, it looks like the Blue Jays are going to be moving to 13-1 overall, 4-1 in CCIW play. This is looking like it's got a chance to be one of the best teams in school history this year. Oh, it's blocked by Thomas. He wasn't about to let the Pointer have another chance at a three. Take a look at this block right here. Thomas comes from the paint, swats that way out of here. Boy, between Thomas and Zapinski, we have seen some highlight reel blocks for the Blue Jays today. Bank not open right there for Merrick. And Dolitch trying to get it across, and does, to Genko. Actually, that's Rhodey. 50 seconds left to go in this one, and Elmhurst going to dribble this out as long as they can. As the clock ticks, Genko. Now Rhodey is play a little four corners offense here. Shot clock down to 3. Rhodey tries to put on the exclamation point, cannot. And Wilmington with the board, knocked out of bounds by Mettello. 28 seconds left to play here. North Park, and hung in there very well in this game for a long time. In large part due to that guy, Pointer. Pointer, 14 points in just 9 minutes of action. He's got a chance to get a little more. Pointer came into this one averaging 7.4 a game, and actually they're not sending him to the line. It wasn't a bonus foul. And step through, but blocked by Thomas again. And shot clock is off. North Park commits the foul. It's going to be Binion committing that one. Thomas, after that emphatic swat, 4 blocks for him today, 3 for Zapinski for the Blue Jays. We got a final in Naperville, 63-55. The Cardinals survive. So they will hang on to first place in the CCIW as they move to 5-1. Elmhurst is going to move to 4-1, and Wheaton's going to be at 3-1. That one missed as North Park going to get a chance to add some more free points here. Merrick misses the 3. Dolitch with the rebound, and that is going to do it. 96-81. Going to be our final score. And it was a great second half that saw the Blue Jays outscore the Vikings by 7, 54-47. Can't do math there for a second. Some of the key players in this one, Jake Rhodey, 24 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. Dolitch with 19. Thomas, 18-9 with 4 blocks, 12 points for Perry, 10 for Mettello. For North Park, they were led by Merrick, who finished with 18. He had 16 and 10 from Polk, 14 from Pointer off the bench, and 12 from Sanders. So that'll do it for us here tonight at R.A. Fangle Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. It was a pleasure to be here tonight for the first time I've ever gotten a chance to call some Elmhurst basketball. It was a pleasure. Thanks to Kevin Judah for having me come out. Thanks to our man Dennis here on the controls. Thanks to Tim and CJ for the stats. And once again, our final, Elmhurst 96, North Park 81. Stay safe in the snow, everybody, and thanks for tuning in.